Hey folks, welcome back to Tractor Tales. This week we're headed to Colorado to visit with Tyler Hansen and learn about his Case 400. Now this was his first diesel and it was a pretty rare find.
When I first got this tractor, I bought it to learn about the diesels because I've always wanted a John Deere Model R. Just a little info I figured wouldn't hurt, and just for fun too. So I bought it and I posted on Facebook trying to find some info about it. Like, we are not Case guys, we're John Deere guys. And next thing you know, he's like, oh, I'm looking at it. This guy that's really good about the Case, he's like, oh, I'm looking at it, and I'm 98% sure that's really rare, because he said there was not very many super diesels put into the Case Western Special. There's also a lot of them that were put that had the super diesel logo, but yet they weren't actually super diesel. So he went through with me, and he went through all the casting numbers. He's like, you have a real super diesel. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I was excited. I told him, I'm so glad it's kind of like the John Deere's too, how it has a hand clutch. He's like, wait, what'd you say? I'm like, it has a hand clutch. You got something way more special than you think you do. Then he told me that's 1 of 8 built, but this one, it was stuck. That was my biggest thing. And people told me there's 2 things that could be stuck on it, either your injector pump or your cylinders. So they told me if it's your injector pump, you do not want to turn it over. They told me take the injector pump off before you try turning it over, because if you'll break that gear in there for it and you can't find them gears. So I ended up going down to pretty much the bare block, but I still had the heads on, and I was just screwing with the injector pump and was able to turn it over by hand. So I knew it's pistons. From the time I started taking it apart, it probably took me half a year. For help, it kind of came down to just me and my dad and a couple guys over the phone that knew more about these Cases and 400s and stuff. I pulled it this year. I was a little nervous for my first time and scared of breaking something, just because in case I don't get a part, I can't find the part. But I said, screw it, it's gonna go. It's original paint. It's mostly all original that I know of. I was not expecting how much fun this one was to drive.
Well, as we mentioned in news and in the markets this weekend, tensions with trade were top of mind for farmers here at Commodity Classic this week. But what are other policy priorities that corn, soybean, sorghum, and wheat grower associations are focused on for 2025? That is our Farm Journal report with Michelle Rook right after the break.
You're watching U.S. Farm Report. Trusted, timely, tradition.